on there. Okay. Alright. Waiting on everything to zoom in. It looks good. Hello, everyone. It is Friday, January 1st, 2016. I'm Dentral, and we are still playing Final Fantasy XI Online. Alright. We got a New Year's event going on right now. I think it's going on all month, but I'm trying to go ahead and get it taken care of here. Let's back up a little bit. What did we do yesterday? We got all our scythe skills capped. We got actually all our weapons capped yesterday. Combat skills. You can't really see it here because I'm not on warrior. Club still has a little bit further to go in staff as well because I'm on paladin and not warrior at the moment. And they go a little bit higher on these two jobs, but it's capped out at 398 on warrior for staff, 388 for club, 404 I think for the other dude for the scythe. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. You don't care about numbers. What that means is now with all the weapon skills capped out, I think Dentral still has a little bit more to go on his great katana, but that won't take long. It won't take long at all. It's just going to be a matter of time now, and probably maybe not Monday. I've got something else planned for Monday, but Tuesday I think we're going to be getting back into Abizia. So fun times there. Tonight, though, we need to go find some Opos. I don't know if it's the year of the monkey. I'm just going to assume it's the year of the monkey because there's Opos running everywhere, and I don't even know who I'm supposed to be looking for right now. I'm going to trade them some Pamamas. I'm looking for Den Tev. I don't even know if I can say that name. Ruka? Port Bestock at I6. At J7, so it's got to be close. Let's just do a wide scan real quick here and see if I see her. There she is. Okay, I had the right idea. It was just at the other end of these shops. We're just gonna run over here. And haha, there she is. She should be selling Pemamas. It's the regional vendor for upper something. Here we go. Let's pick up 3 stacks. That should be plenty. Yeah, that'll be plenty. Okay, now we're just gonna go warp to South Sandy, meet up with Song and Dent, and go and see what they're gonna give us this year. I've only done this one other time. I think it was the New Year's event for 2014, and I don't remember what they gave. I want to say it was furniture. I might be wrong. Might have been New Year's gifts too. That was the year of the horse, if I remember correctly. And they had all the unicorn dudes popping around. They have names. I don't remember what the names are though. I'm gonna travel to another home point. No, not current region. Andoria. Southern. And yep, that'll work. I don't know if you can see it too well. There's a little bamboo thingy plant above my head on Dent's cam. That's was a furniture that they were given last time. I don't even know if they're actually gonna give anything decent, but it's Lenos Rep. Good evening and Happy New Year again. Anyway, we're gonna go find some monkeys, trade them some bananas. See if they trade us anything back. Probably not. We're probably gonna need more than 3 stacks now that I think about it, but let's see. And there's also another event going on, but we're not going to worry about that one just yet. We do have Song and Dent in the party with us to make things more enjoyable, except Dent already froze up. Come on, catch up, Hume. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's try the wide scan. See if we actually see any of these monkeys. Not yet, but they could be anywhere in the zone. What about bananas? Why don't I know about this event? Let me just read it off from the Final Fantasy XI official site. There's not too many details. Event period January 1st, 2016 through Friday, January 15th. Okay, it's not all month long. It's just, gonna hit a tree, aren't I? There we go. Oppo Oppos are the name of the game this year. Trading particular items to the Oppo Oppos will reward players with a variety of tangible and intangible boons. NPCs and related areas, it gives the names of all the dudes, and all the areas there actually looks like in every single conquest area, more or less. Trading items of particular interest to the Oppo Oppos may reward you with even more valuable, let's say spells? Spoils. Alright, and we're running into walls here. So, enough of that. Do the map again. We're in the center of the zone. Maybe we'll catch them on widescan. Here we go. Here to the north. We'll track this one. While we're doing that, I'm going to cheat and make a macro. Put it on the paladin. We'll do here. Oh, we already have a trade. Let's call this one Pamaa. I always misspell it. I don't know why. Oops. Looking for items. Okay. Well, E-A-M tab. P-A-M-A-M-A-S. So, put the macro back up. P-A-M-A-M-A-S. So I'm put a wait one. Probably spam that. Paste, 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 paste. We run out of Pamama's. We got a ton of fireworks. We'll trade those. Because those stack to 99. And to be honest, I don't know what they give. It could be junk. It probably will be junk. But it might be something really neat. You know, like the Gobby Bucks. So we got fortuitous content on the wide scanner we're tracking, and it's probably coming back north side around the mountain. That happens. Oh, there's the goblin who's looking for overturned earth. Might be able to keep up with that. That's going to be the next one that we work on. But while we're looking for the goblins, I want to try and keep an eye out, see if they got little sparkles on the ground for the overturned earth, or if it's going to be tab happy kind of thing. Guess I will do it tomorrow. It's okay, you got a couple weeks, and with any luck, in a couple of days, maybe somebody will put together a decent guide, like on the wiki. Alright, here is our goblin train, our monkey train. I'll go ahead and target the leader. Ooh, target the big one. Fortuitous Vendrill. Alright, we got a Kate Sith carving, and a Pamaa Peel, and another Pamaa Peel, Fortune Fruit, and a Fortune Fruit. Alright, I'm kind of curious what the Kate Sith carving is. Ooh! That'll be a marble carving of a friendly Kate Sith, said to bring material wealth to the bearer. Oh yay, statue. I'll have to stick that in the log house, and oh shoot, look at all this. I was in Dynamis today, in case you couldn't tell. So let me drop all these real quick. I made a point to drop them all on Dent, because he was out of space. Didn't even think of checking a Cyndaquil. I'll just get down to 60. That should be good. Sorry that we're all staring at Mithra and Monkey Butt. Won't be much longer. Here, we'll just... No, that's even worse. I'm sorry. There should be enough space. Let's go ahead and hit the trade macro again, see if there's anything else. Another Fortune Fruit. New Year's gift. That's kind of what I was wanting. And cannot obtain a New Year's gift because I only get so many. So who do we trade the New Year's gift to? I'm trying to remember who I traded it to last time. Was it a Moogle? Somebody else? Festive cake favored in Sandoria said to bring the eater abundant happiness in the coming year. If I remember correctly, you could eat this and it would, You use this on yourself? What we got here? Enemies that attack you will take lightning damage, defense is enhanced, and fishing skills are enhanced. So, that's all you get for that. Let's trade some more. We got another New Year's gift. Gonna obtain that one. We got more fortune fruit. And apparently it's real easy to get the New Year's gift if you simply spam the bananas to it, so okay. That's enough for that. Trying to remember, might have to look on a previous year for what to do with the New Year's gift. Let's see, New Year's gift. There we go. Alright. Each type gives different effect. Happy New Year fishing support. Okay. Fishing support effect appears to work similar to advance. Lasts 2 hours. There are 9 different versions of this item, each which says Happy New Year in a different language. Oh, okay. So you don't trade it to anybody. It cannot be sold. It's not stackable. The ice spikes last 10 minutes. And yeah, okay. So that's kind of neat. What about the food? Galette des Rois? I'm sure that probably does something else. Galette. There it is. Galette des Rois. Maybe the S is silent. A festive cake favorite in Sandoria said to bring the eater abundant happiness in the coming year, not stackable. This food is also randomly dispenses a goldsmithing jewel when eaten. Player eats a Galette des Rois but finds nothing inside, or player gets a Galette des Rois, player finds a jewel inside. So, let's eat it. See if there's any jewels in here, giving us to them from monkeys. We found a sardonyx, so neat. Alright, fortune fruit. The succulent flesh of this small colorful fruit is said to bring 7 years of good luck upon those who taste it. Alright. Click on that and see if that brings anything. I doubt it will. Fortune fruit. No, it's probably something brand new this year. Yeah, there's fortune eggs, fortune wings. Statistics. Let me just look at a fortune. No, silly. Look at a fortune wing. That's from Ladybug. So okay, enough of that. And the Pamaa Peels would probably just be the empty peels. Curiosity, though. Let's see if I can catch up with the monkey train and see if we trade the fortune fruit to it, if it'll give us something. Possibility we need to trade it to an even bigger monkey. Zarkopard was where we had to go last time. I think that's where Odin was traveling about. Sounds roughly right. Because he was on a horse that year. And I don't know if Zarkopard will be where we need to go this time, but won't be too difficult. Let's see. I'm just gonna check wide scanner quick, real fast. Shouldn't have done that now that I think about it. I was hoping that maybe the overturned Earth would be showing up on the wide scan, or even just a little sparkle, because they do sparkles now in the game. Not seeing it. Goblin Digger, but that's not who we're looking for either. And of course, now that I took off the wide scan, there we go. Over by Nightwell, so let's see if we can cut them off. That screen all blacked out. It gets dark in Ronfar. Forgotten about that. But, you know, what can you do? Alrighty. There's it. Goblin Rider again. I don't know if we need to be on chocobos to find the overturned earth, like the goblins are, or we just need to, I would think you just click it, assuming that you find one. I'm gonna take a cut through the lake here. Good. There they are. I'm gonna see if he even takes the deal. Alright. That close enough? Maybe. Trade one fortune fruit, and you will be as joyful as the last. Okay. Took it. No, he didn't. I still have 7 for 7. Okay, so he doesn't take them. Alright. Sit down. No. Come on. There we go. Oh, trading it seems to refresh the bar lightning, or lightning spikes or whatever. Still end up with 7. Succulent flesh of this small colorful fruit is said to bring 7 years of good luck on those who taste it. Of course, I can't taste it right now since I have the food effect from that cake that gave us the sardonyx inside. Let us just go ahead and run up to Zarkabard, see if maybe that's where the big guy is. That's just going off of a guess after the last time I did this. Wouldn't even surprise me if we had to go to like the jungle or some other place where the Opos hang out. Do I need to bring Dent and Song with me? I don't think so. We're gonna leave them both here. Horses, same thing with Dent. That's not the survival guide. This is the survival guide. Let's do teleportation assistance. It's gonna be original release areas, but it's gonna be all the way on the next page. And then there it is, Zarkabard. Using tabs. And let's see if we can find it. Waiting for everything to load. There we go. Alright, let's do a map. Let's do a wide scan. Bunch of lost souls. I don't know who. Hello, Grant. Oh, that's the dude. Makes sense. Well, I didn't see anything at first. That doesn't mean nothing. Now I do. They are to the north. Actually, I was kind of hoping that the cursed dragon would be up, but I was actually thinking that these guys would be a little bit different. There they are. I don't know if it makes any difference. Have you tried trading pebbles to the monkeys? I haven't tried that yet. I don't actually have any pebbles. Alright, we got another Galette Rois, another fortune fruit, couple fortune fruits. More Pamaa Peels and... Alright. What if you trade a New Year's gift to him? No, that doesn't work. What about if you trade the fortune fruit to him? Doesn't do anything. What about a pop star? Can you get another Pamaa Peel? What about another pop star? Got lots of them. Pamaa Peel. And some very short effects on protection and you can get a fortune fruit that way. So it looks like out of just trading them junk does better to trade them that. Let's also see what other zones it said that we could find them in. Maybe one will be West Ronfar, East Ronfar, Lethene, Volcrum, Jugner, Batalia, North Gustaberg, South Gustaberg, Constant, Pashlo, Rotenberry, Bosadine, Western Altepa Desert, Eastern, West Sarita East Sarita, Tarongi Canyon, Uburimu, Marifaulted Mountains, Sorghum Champagne. Here we go. Utunga Jungle and Yotor Jungle. I would think if they were going to have like a boss version, it would be in Utunga Jungle. But there's nothing to say that they do have a boss version, so this just might be a waste of time. You know? I think even that time that I did find Odin running around and trade stuff with him, there was still a goblin that was either leading him or following him on a chocobo, and you were able to interact with him and he explained what was going on ever so slightly. So that being said, I'm gonna check this really quick here. I think I had one of those items that I didn't know what it was for, called the Unki Oki, but now I do, and I don't know if I still have it. I probably tossed it, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like I tossed it, which is fine. We're gonna go get another one, I think. So let's do survival guide. We'll take us straight to North Sandy. Teleportation assistance. We'll do original release, Northern Sandoria, using tabs. But I also use my home point crystal, or warp ring. But this is almost just as close. We'll see. I think this next one is part of Monstrosity, and getting the spirit will allow you to get a new Monstrosity monster. Not what they're called, but oh well. Current region, Northern, home point number 2. Yes, please. Let's just read what it says. Aki Omi Spirit. Speaking to Aki or Omi in the following locations will reward players with an item that lets them possess a special monster in Monstrosity. And something special will happen when a player already in possession of the spirit talks with them. Alright. We could go get some pebbles. That's really a neat idea. Oh, I want to try that. I think the one on the left is Aki, and one on the right is Omi, and they're kind of cute. Okay. I got turned into Mandragora. It looks like I got Flea going on, because definitely running a little bit faster. So does that mean I have the spirit still? I might. I never throw anything away. Oh, you can't even look in the mock house. Well, I'm wearing a costume. Well, then let's just go into the mock house and take a look. And this way. Can look at your equipment. Under storage options, Pamaa Peel is an equipable. You put that in range? Oh, hello! The Pamaa Peels is a throwing item. All races, damage 1, delay 800, additional effect, bind. Oh, that's neat. Well, it's a little neat. I didn't think it'd be a weapon. That you could use it as such. So now we're just going to check our Mog House really quick and see if I can find that spirit. I think I remember vaguely what it looks like. I think it looked like one of the crystals for like the beetle spirit or something. Here we go, 4-leaf, nope. 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 There it is. Aki Omi Spirit. This crystallized mass of Ox and Om's souls is as black as midnight. Mandragora's essences squirm so insistently within their mineral prison that it emits a palpable warmth. Okay, so we're going to hold on to that. And since we're in here, let's go ahead and take a look at the Kate Sith thingy. Do I even have a spot that I can put it on? Doesn't look like it. So we'll do layout. Get rid of her for just a moment, and then Mog safe. We're looking for the Kate Sith carving. It looks like it's not on a little stand, so... Oh, that's cute. I can zoom in a little bit even more. Yeah! As Kate says, holding a little gold coin, so... Well, that's worth it all right there. Not that that was in the way at all. So, that's cool. Let's see if I can do anything with the spirit now. Area you entered from. I'll be honest, the Aki Omi spirit, no idea what I was supposed to do with it. And I think I even tried searching for it on the wiki and it didn't pull up anything at the time, so maybe I just typed it wrong. And it's a little odd. I mean, because I'm pretty sure I didn't do the New Year's event for 2015. Might be wrong. I think it was 2014, the last time I did this. Stop that dent. Let's see if you can trade it directly to this dude, or if you have to. Actually, makes more sense to trade it to this one. So down at the bottom, yep. Nothing. Maybe this one. Nope. Can't use it on yourself, so let's just go into the Odyssean passage and see if we can do anything. Take me now. Unlocks New Year Mandragora monster. I'm a bunny. Alright, so we'll start with the dude on the left. See if he'll give us a new one. One soul can mature to a certain degree by slaying the commonplace fiends. I command thee to seek out more capable foes. Engage in friendly battle, nothing. Alright, so try this one. Change infamy, chatting idly, nothing. Is this one? What should be the last one? Aim for higher heights. Shed your shackles. See what that does. Which one of us roams northern Sandoria? The wrong answer does put me in ill humor. Return us on the morrow. Oh, see, I guessed wrong. I think if you just click this, all it does will Duck prey, leave monstrosity. One of these dudes lets you change who your deal is. I don't know which one it is. Okay, here we go. Monsters. Plantoids. Pink support. You even have access to your items? You trade. Okay, let's try this. Alright. We'll figure this out. I will cheat and just do AKE -ONE. Here we go. Alright. Monstrosity unlocks new Mandragora Mon. Special events. Trade ordinary items one at a time to any jubilant alicorn to receive this item. Okay. Let's just look under New Year Mandragora Mon. How to unlock. While in Mandragora Mon form, trade the Aki Omi Spirit Happy New Year 2014 event to Zubin in the Ferratory. Alright. Oh! Okay. So, which one's Fairhorn? None of these. Alright. Let's exit out. Leave Monstrosity's clutches. Yes. Through the process of evolution, this sentient form of plant life has developed its own independent culture. The society boasts clothing, homes, and a form of extrasensory communication. While seemingly cute and harmless in appearance, Mandragora's sense of value differs greatly from that of people or beastmen. These differences often cause friction between the species. The Mandragora receive nourishment from the sun via photosynthesis, which occurs in the leaves that grow on their heads. Merchants treasure these rare leaves, which can be sold for use in medicines and perfumes. Note, ninja tools are required to cast ninjutsu. Universal ninja tools do not work. You must use spell-specific ninja tools. Okay. How to unlock. While in Mandragora Mon form, trade an Aki Omi Spirit from the Happy New Year 2014 event to Subin in the Ferratory. Okay. Prestige or an explanation, nothing. I think I understand it now. Maybe I understand. I'm sure I don't. But let's... Somehow you need to be able to first be a Mandragora. And I don't think I had that option. I think it was just friends. Let me click on the Mandragora manipulator form. How to unlock Monstrosity quest. Get the core again at 15 to 99. Oh, let's see. Come on, go forward. Monsters, beast, plantoids. I would imagine be a plantoid. Grant, none, go back. No one be beast. None. Vermin. None. Lizards? None. Why would it be under amorphs? We're just gonna check them all. Grabbing pugils? Nope. Come on. This is me just not knowing what to do. Engage in friendly banter. Cover species arsenal. Perhaps someday. Well, he doesn't say anything. Unless you just trade it to him, maybe not even as one of these. I doubt it. No, so he didn't do anything. I guess you just have to unlock Mandragora first. Unless it'll let you get the costume and then come in here as one. That makes no sense. The initial monster that you appear in the territory is based on the item you traded. However, you can easily change to one of the other forms after the cutscene. Speak to either Suspicious Skulka, Elven, or Taru to receive further information. Maybe a case for another day, but just out of curiosity, they put the costume on us, and if we enter, we'll see if it'll even let us enter. I doubt it will. Nothing. Yeah. Okay. Well, enough of that. What's the next? Shops at event-related stores. Moogles in the following locations have set up shop to sell a variety of New Year's goods, which I think is just going to be the... oh, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Okimatsu, maybe? I think I already have them all. No, you can't even look at it right now. And I'm sure you won't be able to talk to the Moogles in... almost said Taru form, in Mandragora form. But we'll drop the costume when we get there, because I'll admit, it's kind of cute running at this really fast speed. Be even neater if you could get a costume of this little guy, but oh well. We're almost there. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be the exact same items that were available during the I want to say Christmas season, but probably not. So buy, here we go, Harumatsu, which I know I already have, and Okadamatsu, which are the little bamboo thingies. Snowman Knight, Snowman Miner, we got the Obies, Snowman Cap, Venice Guard, that thingy, and the lamb carvings, which we have from last year. Air Rider, that was the neat one. And the trees, so even though they've taken down all the Christmas trees, they're still selling Christmas trees. So if you haven't picked them up yet, here, I should actually be reading this. Have you seen any crazy goblins riding around on chocobos lately, Kupo? Oh, you don't have to worry. They probably won't attack you. They're playing a game with us Moogles, Kupo. You see, we take these cards and bury them around the outskirts of town. Then the goblins go out and try to find them. If they do, they can bring them back to us and exchange them for different prizes, Kupo. This time, we spread them out all over the area, thinking that the gobs wouldn't be able to cover that much land, Kupo. But that was before we learned that they had their own chocobos. It's just not fair, Kupo. Now it's only a matter of time before those stinking beastmen find all the cards and we Moogles lose the game, Kupo. And that's why we need your help, Kupo. Would you go out into the field and find the cards before the goblins do? There is a variety of different sets. For each set you bring back safely, I'll secretly give you the present that we were going to give the goblins, Kupo. For starters, why don't you try finding a Bishaman card, a Benton card, and a Koku card. That should throw those smelly gobs for a real spin, Kupo. Okay. So this is the one that I'm not exactly sure how to do. But if I remember correctly, the Moogles have cleverly hidden 7 types of tenshodo trading cards across the land and challenged the goblins to find them. But the cunning goblins determined to come out on top in the contest have taken to riding chocobos, and that simply isn't fair. The goblins are on the hunt for patches of overturned soil, places where the Moogles have hidden the cards in the following areas: West Runfar, Lethene, Jugner, Batalha, South Goosterberg, Hunchton Highlands, Pashla Marshlands, Rollenberry Fields, East Saruta, Turongi Canyon, Marifated Mountains, and Soromugu Champagne. What good is celebrations without friends to celebrate it with? Join a party with your companions and find even more cards for each person you bring along. And that's all it says. So this is why we left Dent and Song in the zone. Let's go ahead and turn names on the off chance that we actually see something that says Overturned Earth with a little arrow pointing at it. I seriously doubt that. It's probably going to be more hit the tab key continuously to drive people crazy. Let's actually turn the special effects down a bit because it'll drive me crazy. So under config and gameplay, sound effects volume is going to go all the way down to 0. There we go. That way I can just tab to my heart's delight and not drive everyone crazy with the incessant dinging noise. It might even just be easier to target the goblin on the what do you call it? Chocobo, and then see where he goes. I should be going south. See if I can meet up with Dent and the others. I'm not going to throw away the New Year gift. There we go. Overturned soil. Let's see if simply... Oh, they're not in the party anymore. Probably because when we went into Monstrosity. Disband. And then... I'm glad I checked that. And... Search. Oh, friend. Invite. Invite. Accept. Accept. Alright. Let's see if they have to be close by to when you find the overturned soil. And no sparkles or anything. Just click on it. Physical digs up 3 strange trading cards and places them in the treasure pool. Okay. So, wrong one. Treasure. So I'm going to cast out on that one and that one. And apparently you can only hold one of each kind to make things even more interesting. There's another overturned soil. Be neat if the goblin had gotten to it before me. Ah! We're under attack. Oh, that's lame. Probably don't even have enough TP to cast Erased on myself yet. Oh, and he got the overturned soil, that evil, evil little goblin rider. He's not evil. He's just playing the game. I mean, he might be a little evil. Alright, so... Wasn't expecting the worm to pop up and do that number. Even head in the right direction? No. Go this way. Well, it might have been the right direction. Really don't even know. It seems like that goblin's going around in a circle, though. Forest hair. You know, if we defeated the worm, or if it just simply cast bind and then ran away, neither would surprise me. Like this way here. Yeah, we seem to have been doing better back up where we were, but go ahead and grab Dent and Song since they're within range here. Get out of that menu, hit the follow button, you too, Mr. Dent, and then keep hitting tabs till we find some more overturned earth. What I plan on doing is just running south. We'll go around Nightwell and start working our way back north. There's an overturned soil. Hopefully there won't be any worms popping out this time. There we go. Treasure pool. More Bishamon cards. A trading card sold by the Tenshodo. On the one side is a fierce warrior clad in far eastern armor. And on this one, on the Daikoku card, on one side is a hefty white mage carrying a massive hammer. Ooh. Oh, one. There it is. Click. Treasure. Well, the Bishamon and the Daikoku cards are really popular. Gotta get that third one. And eventually, we'll have one of each. I think once everybody has one, will they still keep popping up in the treasure pool if everyone has one? There's only one way to find out. I guess if you're going to do this efficiently, try and get a full party of 6. That way every time somebody finds one, all they have to do is click on it and then bam, 6 cards in the treasure pool. Maybe not. And again, good luck trying to find 6 players willing to work with you to get some event item that probably has just for a Mog House type stuff. I think, and it never actually said it, they just showed a picture of it, which is leading me to think as to why. I think you get the ovens for your Mog House this way. Would be neat, but we'll find out. This looks like I wonder if they're just all clumped together, because it seemed like when we found one, you found that other one really close to it, and then you can go a really long time without finding. I'm just being unlucky. But we go east or west? Go west. I'm kind of glad I didn't leave the sound effects on. I think the dinging would have driven me crazy by now. Unfortunately, all we have to listen to is the run farm music, which I guess isn't that bad, grand scheme of things. We do need one more card. Watch Jaggedy Ear Jack be up. And none of us with Treasure Hunter to help, well, even if it did drop, Cynical wouldn't be able to lot on that because she already has a necklace. But Dent and Song would be able to. Signpost. Teased me for a second there, making me think that it was green. Alright, there's a Goblin Rider. Let's see if we can get to that overturned soil before he does. Click. No more goodies around here. Let me go look someplace else. I'll go do that. Oh, alright, there's our Hoti card. On one side is a plump monk wearing a fancy Far Eastern garment. Alright, so I'm going to cast a lot on that one, and just going to scroll all the way up to see... We need a Bishamon card, a Benton card, and a Daikoku card, so we need to keep searching. 2 Goblin Riders in this area. Probably more than that. But we're not done yet. We still need to get ourselves a Benton card. Treasure? Nope. There's another overturned soil. And click. Treasure. Not having any luck with the Benton card. Maybe we have to go into a different zone. I suppose that might be a possibility, but... I don't see anything this way, so let's go back. And be really lucky in this little stretch over here. Maybe we'll find another. Maybe the goblins dug them all up. It looks that way now, doesn't it? Goblin Rider. See, there's overturned soil. Click. Still no Benton. Don't know what else to do other than simply keep tabbing. Of course, we might just have to go into a different zone. Might be something that's just considered a rare drop. Or it might be I'm just unlucky. Nothing would surprise me. Wonder if you can track the Goblin Rider. Wide scan. Goblin Fishers. Over us. Wide scan. Dent's still behind me. Song's still behind me. Everything still looks good. Not that... I don't really think you even need them close by. I think as long as they're in the zone with you, anywhere in the zone, will be okay. And a rift. A little lucky in this area last time. Technically, everybody has a Bishaman card. You would think, or I would think, that it wouldn't show up in the treasure pool anymore. But obviously not working, so probably follows a different kind of mechanic. I'm going to see if... There we go, Goblin Rider. Just gonna follow them, and then maybe they will lead us to... Maybe not. More overturned soil. It's as good a strategy as anything I can think. This would be more fun if I was on Thief, with flea boots and flee every 5 minutes. I can't say be more fun, it would just be faster. Oh, for the Monstrosity, figure out how to get the New Year's Mandy. I got a basic idea. I know very, very little about Monstrosity. I did talk to all the NPCs, and I didn't get the option to actually change to a Mandragora, so I'm thinking it might be the starter quest NPC I might need to talk to, and that might be, excuse me, going back to Pashlau. But since I've got the item to trade, I'm not as worried about not being able to continue that. There we go, overturned soil. Where did you go? Oh, seriously, I lost it. There. No! You are not going straight to it. Thank you. It's like as soon as I saw it, I saw a goblin making a beeline for it. And of course it would be a wayward worm. And he's using Bind Ga. I'm no longer bound. Dent and Song are, though. Oh well. They don't need to be with us. Alright, let's see what we got. This time, treasure. Seriously. Treasure. There's a new one. Drurogin card. A trading card sold by the Tenshodo. On one side is an aged Beastmaster and his pet sheep. I like that one. And I'm targeting all the other NPCs. I wonder if I could make a macro that says target fortuitous soil, or overturned soil, and then just spam that. Don't see why not. Next time I see an overturned soil, I'll try that. That'd be easier than hit the tab key. You have to go to equip the Mandy. Okay. Open your menu while in the Mon area and choose customization and choose species. See, this is why I need you all the time, because I don't know what I'm doing with so much of this game. The next time we're in Sandoria, yeah, we'll go ahead and equip that. Here I thought you'd have to talk to an NPC to change it. Makes sense to me. Signpost. There's overturned soil. So let's see if I can target overturned soil. Target overturned soil. Alright, let's try it without the parentheses or whatever those are called. Nope. Gonna have to tab all the time. There's our Benton card. Alright. Finally. And what did it actually say about Benton? Nanos Rep just learned. Awesome. That doesn't make me feel as bad. I mean, I still feel bad, just not nearly as much. A trading card sold by the tenshodo on one side is a voluptuous bard. Oh, no wonder why this was the hard one to find. So we're going to run back towards Dent and Song to pick them up. Maybe we'll find another overturned soil and I'll be able to let them lot on it. But I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Actually, I should make them pass on it while I'm thinking about it. I know me, I'll forget that I've got it. And click. Alright. Predator. Another Hote card, another Jurogen card. Or is there? Look behind us, make sure there isn't another overturned soil where he's going. Aha! No, 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 that one's mine. Grr. He's going for that one too, isn't he? Yes. So mean. Wouldn't be so bad if they weren't on their chocobos. So I don't know if targeting a goblin rider on wide scan and then following the direction that they run, if that helps you any. If I had to guess, I would say it doesn't, but let's see. A little lost now. Where am I? Okay, now I know where we are. Let's just do a quick tab around this here tree just to make sure. Not see anything. Okay, we're gonna run east. Pick up the boys, because their bind should have worn off by now. And let's make sure Cynical still has some space available, because 64 out of 80, she's got plenty of space. Alright, nothing else tapping, so follow with another follow. There's an overturned soil with no goblins in the area. Watch it be a worm. Yeah. No. That's one reason to sub Dancer. Get rid of any magical binds that they put on you. Minor rifts, but no overturned soil. Has the Benton card dropped yet? Doesn't look like it. It's okay, it should be dropping soon. I say that. Guardian, that's Wild Rabbit. We're getting close to Sandoria now. Kinda see it. Are we getting any closer? Let's get Dent to pass. And then Long to pass. There we go. Alright, we got the 3 that we need. Still kind of wish there was a macro we could have made. I remember on my old computer there was a add-on. Well, it's more of a key configuration type thing that you could assign keys to your gamepad settings, and I had assigned the tab key to this little button right there, simply to make it easier to hit doing this thing where you're tabbing around looking for stuff. Otherwise, the only time that you ever use the R1 button is when you're in a full screen mode and you want to take pictures, which I never do. Alright, so we're going to trade to the Moogle. And we'll see if he tells us anything new after this. Okay. Curiosity, I'm going to trade on New Year's gift, see if he does anything with it. No, nothing at all. Alright, so a Benton card, a Daikoku card, and a Bishamon card. A whole set Kupo. I wish I could be there to see the look on those gobs' faces when all they find is an empty hole. Alright, here's your reward, Kupo. Alright. So, Poel Classique. Would be down at the bottom. Alright, a crystal-powered stove of Sandorian make, perfect for warming one's home and heart on long, cold winter nights. Can't wait to see what that looks like. Alright, so now what's a Moogle going to tell us? If you have any extra time on your hands, try finding more card sets, Kupo. We really have to stick it to those gobs this year to show them who's boss. You gonna tell me which sets? No? Okay. Let's go ahead and trade the Hote and the Jurojin and see what he says. Doesn't say anything. Kinda wish they would tell us which ones. Oh! You know what I think? Perhaps, since this was the Sandorian one, maybe we just need to go to Bestock. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? And they'll tell us which cards to get down there. So, okay. South Goosterberg. So, let's try Bestock Mines? Yeah, it looks like Bestock Mines. We'll go there next. See if the Moogle there tells us anything different. Probably will. Hopefully, Song has the Bestock Mines survival guide, or even a home point crystal. It'd be embarrassing if he doesn't. Teleportation assistance. Original release. And he's got Bestock. He doesn't have Winders. So that will be a bit of a problem, but we'll find a way. Even if we have to put him on a airship. Teleportation assistance. Original release. Fast stock mine. Using tabs. But before we do that... No. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do the Aki Omi afterwards. Teleportation assistance. Original release. Fast stock mines. Using tabs. My coffee's getting cold. Actually, my coffee is cold. There's no getting about it. Let's find the Moogle and talk to him first. See if he tells us which set of cards to go after. To follow with another follow, and there's a Moogle. If he's the one. If you have any extra time on our hands trying finding more card sets, we really have to stick it to the gobs to show them who's boss. Okay, he doesn't tell me which one, because that's a thing. I'm gonna have him talk to Song, see if he tells Song anything differently. Nope, it tells them the same thing. A Bishamon card, a Benton card, and a Daikoku card that would throw those smelly gobs for a real spin. So just run on out and see if we can find some more overturned soil and see if it's any different in Gustaberg. Or if you're going to basically get the same, you know, Bishamon card, spam, and anything but a Benton card. Would you just keep trading the same set of 3? That would make no sense. Of course, I do remember reading that there's a total of 7 cards. If there were 9, then that would make sense. Wait a second. No, that makes sense. Well, I'm gonna check one last thing here real fast. Type in Benton card, and then C. There we go. During the New Year's rivalry event, New Year's Eve 2005, there were 7 rare EX Tenshodo trading cards that could be obtained by checking overturned soil. They were Benton, Bishamon, Daikoku, Ibisu, Ukorokuju, Ote, and Jurojin card. These cards are all named after the 7 lucky gods, 7 fortune gods. I'm going to mispronounce this word. Yeah, I'm not even going to try that. From Japanese folklore. It should be noted some of these are imports from India and China. Like Kokuten, Bishamonten, and Benzatine were imported and translated from India, while Hote, Jurojin, and Fukorokuju were imported and translated from China. Ibisu is the only one indigenous to Japan. Each of the 7 lucky gods has a traditional feature or group they are attributed to. They were often depicted sailing the Takarabun, the Phantom Treasure Ship. According to tradition, this ship would sail into towns on New Year's Day and give amazing gifts to people worthy of receiving them. In Japan, children are given red envelopes with the Takabun depicted on it containing money. Benton, an abbreviation for Benzatine, was the goddess of knowledge, speech, music, literature, art, and beauty. She is the only female among the 7 lucky gods. Benzatine is an import of the Hindu goddess Sarasvati, voluptuous bard, seen in the item description, would be an apt description of Sarasvati. In South Gustaberg, spawned of northeast side of crag where leaping in South Goosterberg, found on the northeast side of crag where leaping Lizzie pups. Yeah. Alright, clicked on Starlight Celebration 2012 to see if, no. Let's say that. Starlight Celebration. It was worth a shot. Alright, so we're just going to keep running around Goosterberg. We'll head towards the Leaping Lizzie direction and see if we can find some more cards. I guess technically we could run all the way to Juneau and find the cards that way. Chances are I'll probably get lost. The overturned soil in Goosterberg is probably going to be up on the hills. Nope, never mind. There's one. When I was ready to give up. Click. Ah, really? Here we are without enough. No, at least killed it. I should have brought one of these guys subbing White Mage. And I should have also had... Oh, look, another overturned soil. Then be a goodie and go click that one. While we're waiting for buying to wear off. Click. Alright, 3 strange trading cards. Let's see which ones we got. Hey, look, it's another Bishamon and Benton. Another overturned soil. Where are all the goblins? So Benton seems to be really popular in this zone. It's good to know. See if there is any listing for the... Let's look for the Fukuro Kuju card. And see if it says where this one's popular. Name. His usual head shape can be rendered. No. Doesn't say. Alright, let's look at the Abisu card. If it says... Ibisu was a god of fishermen, working people, fortune, and commerce. He is often seen holding a fishing rod and a giant fish. FF11 has an Ibisu fishing rod item. In case somebody didn't know that. Okay, so while it did happen to mention over by Leaping Lizzie is where the Benton card is popular. We got really lucky with Benton cards. Do you think? Maybe. That's going straight for that overturned soil. There's another one. Don't you dare go after that one. I saw it first. So many goblins. Guess I cleared the area out. I wonder if I was to trade the same set to the Moogle in Bestock Mines if it would give me a different one. Or would you need a set of all 7 or something spiffier? Tough to say. Get field manual. Let's see. Treasure. Go ahead and cast on that one. And that one. Ooh, an Ibisu card. Cool. I already have a Hote. I'm not too worried about that one. We'll let Danton's Song fight over that one. Here's the monkeys. I think monkeys are going to be in every conquest zone. At least 'tis the idea. Watch Leaping Lizzie be up. And us with no treasure hunter. Here's an overturned soil. Alright, 3 strange cards. Ishamon. Lots of Benton cards in this zone. We're gonna have to go back to Ronfar for the other one. Treasure. Here's a Daikoku card. From what I read earlier from FF11 or from the Play Online site, I don't think they said North Gustaberg was a spot that would have these. Seems odd to me. I think it would. At least I think it would. I want to run through here. Probably don't, but so many mobs in this little spot. So many things for my auto-follow dudes to get stuck on, but I'm not seeing nothing. Start running up this way. Back towards the Leaping Lizzie area. I think this area's got a name on the map. Yeah, the Fumaroles. Because I don't know, the stock has funny names for their regions. Vomp Hill being the other one. I wonder what that was named after. Vomp Carrots, maybe? My poor tab key. Well, still nothing. Definitely gonna trade to, well, no. I mean, I could switch to Thief, but then I'd have to leave the dudes just out by the zone. Nothing wrong with that. It was handy when I got bound and Dentril was able to run over and grab another card, but I don't know, not that big a deal. Of course, these guys both have Benton cards now, and they should have had a whole plethora of those other cards. They should be able to get an item as well. way to find out. Just run them all into the zone and everybody trade over a set of cards and see if they give Cyndaquil something different. Are they make it up the hill? Yeah, they're doing just fine. I think we can go in the best stock markets. We're not going to. We still need stuff to drop, don't we? Treasure. Yeah, still need to wait for that Daikoku card. Who knows, maybe we'll find another deal. Wonder, once I get this Daikoku card though, will you have a whole set of 7? Let's count them. Find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, you still need the Furo. That other one that starts with the letter F. We haven't seen that one drop yet. Of course, we still need to go to Windurst. That would be a thing. Nothing there, nothing there. This is probably not the best way one can spend their Friday night. In a starter zone and FF11, level 99 characters, 3 of them, and looking around for just a little event, but you know, well, we don't do it every night. Alright, Cyndaquil got a Daikoku card, and okay, all the cards have dropped. We never did find any more overturned soil. Oh well. We'll see what happens here. Follow and follow. Trade. Let's see what happens. Here's a Daikoku, Benton, and a Bishamon. Alright, we got the Cannon and Offen, which I guess is going to be the Bestock one. Yeah, it looks like it. The crystal-powered stove a Bestock can make, perfect for warming one's home and heart on long, cold winter nights. 3 storage spots. Right, let's get Dent trading his set over. Bishamon, Benton, Daikoku. He got the Bestock one as well. So trade. See if Song can get it as well. Bishamon, Benton, Daikoku. Alright, well, we all have the Bestock one. Follow. Let's run Song over by the home point crystal, see if he has a home point spot for Windurst. I hope he does. I mean, I'll be really embarrassed if he doesn't, but I mean, he was always an alt of an alt. So travel to another home point. There we go, Windurst port. The port by the entrance. Even better, so he can meet up with us right there. Which Windurst did we need to go to? West Ronfar, Lathine, Jugner, Battalia, South Goosterberg, Constant Highlands, Hashlau Marshlands, Rolandberry Fields, East Saruta. Doesn't say west. Okay. We'll do East Saruta. And since we're both right here, just meet them there. Go to another home point. Windurst. Port. By the entrance. Yep. Only cost 100 gil. Do it here too. Do Windurst. Port. By the entrance. Yes, please. Now, I'm assuming that Surita Bruta is going to be really popular in this other card that we don't have access to yet. Let's get Song grabbing the survival guide for Windurst while I'm thinking about it. Alright. Common sense dictates that you should be able to use it from now on. And instead of... Excuse me. See if he can actually get to Windurst Woods from here. Can. By the entrance? No. 1.1. Excuse me. Got the hiccups all of a sudden. Let's see if Dent has it. Got another home point. Current region. Windurst Woods. 1.1 works. Yes, please. And then same thing for Cindy. I know she's got it. There we go. Yes, please. So now all we're going to do is just peek out into Windurst, no, Surita Bruta. And actually, this may work. Because you can go from East Surita Bruta to Rongi Canyon up to, well, make it more complicated than we need to just now. Follow, follow, follow! We're gonna go this way. I guess Bastok is first in Conquest? I was in Bastok earlier, I didn't even bother to look. Not that anyone really pays attention to Conquest anymore, myself included. No, Bastok is in first, Sandoria is still in last, despite my best efforts. These aren't my best efforts. But, yeah. Let's simply run out here. Hey, it's Leonus! And look at that, Dent's stuck. Go back and get him. Happy New Year, Leonus. Do a follow? I can't do a follow on her yet because she's too far away. Oh, still no good. Come on, Dent. Don't be like that. Ah, that's the thing about Windurst. You're always gonna get stuck. Well, not always, but we did this time. So we are doing New Year's Eve events. Or at least trying to. We don't know about all of them yet. We might have to come back if there's something really special with the monkeys that we don't know about yet. Wish I knew Japanese? Don't we all? Make life so much easier in so many aspects, but I had a friend who was a friend of Kora's. He was Japanese, but he lived in California. But he had the Japanese client for Final Fantasy XI, so he was able to type in Japanese, and even then would come across other Japanese players who didn't believe he was really Japanese because his English was so fluent, and would get into how shall we say, shouting arguments with him. New Year event, yes, the from January 1st through January 15th, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. There's going to be monkeys running around all the conquest zones. You can trade them stuff, and they will give you stuff in return. If you trade them bananas, also known as pamamas in FF11 terminology, I think you get a better shot of getting cooler stuff. We got the very first thing that we got, actually, when we traded the Pamaa was a Kate Sith statue. And it doesn't look like the little action figures that you get from for the other things for your Mog House. looks like it's a lucky cat type of Chinese statue, except it's a Kate Sith holding a coin and doing the little thing with her paw. So that was kind of cool. We'll probably leave that up all year long. Then there's also, for Monstrosity, you can get a key item that will let you unlock a Mandragora specialty mob. There's a overturned soil. Right now what we're doing is we're looking for trading cards and overturned soils. You can trade these in for ovens. And there's our Fukurokuju card. We do need a new Benton card, so we'll cast a lot on that. And we need a new Daikoku card as well, so we'll cast a lot on that. The overturned soil, if you're in a party by yourself and you click it, you only get one. But if you're in a party with a bunch of other players, then you get one for each player. So there we go. And we just need to keep hitting the tab key till we get a complete set. There's going to be goblins on chocobos in the zones. They're looking for the exact same things that you're looking for. And if they get to them before you, they'll take them. So, but we've already gotten 2 of the ovens for Cyndaquil. Let's see if I can find them. This was one, the Cannon Oven, a crystal-powered stove of a stock and make, perfect for warming one's heart, home, and blah blah blah. We're looking for the Windurst oven, or that for that. So just Moghouse stuff. Yeah, pretty much just Moghouse stuff. And there's one of the Goblin Riders. Let's see if he leads us to. There's an overturned soil. Let's see if we can get to it before he does. And clickety click. I remember in 2014 we got a wall scroll, which if you had nothing else in your Moghouse, you would get the enhancement money, I think is what it was. And I don't remember if it just basically increased your, basically gave like a Gill Finder type buff. And I want to say all the special items that you could get on New Year's Day, or for the New Year's Day events, was always a Moghouse money type event. Someone, I don't know if that's accurate or not. That's just the impression that I got. There's another Goblin Rider. Just probably tabbing around looking for there's an overturned soil. Let's see if we can get to it before he notices it. Way over there too. And click. Alright, 3 more strange cards. Lots of Daikoku cards, another Durojin, a Benton. Overturned soil in this direction. Let's try this direction. I was hoping that you could like do a macro for target overturned soil, but that didn't seem. I tried it earlier; it wasn't working. So just run this way. We'll check the tower up there, and then start heading back. Oh, here's the monkeys. If my trade macro still works. Trading bananas. Got a New Year's gift, a fortune fruit, more fortune fruit, more fortune fruit, another New Year's gift. And yeah, you can only hold one of the New Year's gifts. I think all it does is give you a buff. Like I think this year it's like plush fishing. Let's see. You can actually read them too. But maybe not. Hitting tab and not getting anything. There we go. And there's also, and this is stuff that the goblins will trade you, and not the goblins, the monkeys will trade you, is a cake. And if you eat the cake, sometimes you will find a jewel inside. It's a random jewel. We got a sardonyx. So, that was neat. Having any luck finding any more overturned soil. Probably just going in the complete opposite direction of what we're supposed to be doing. When I find them, it seems like we get a bunch of them all in a row. Or like little clumpings of them. And when we don't find them, we really don't find them. Run up here a little bit more. I'm sure this is going to be a dead end. Wait. Duke, the Kepapod. Where's my treasure hunter when I really need it? Dang it. Oh well, do you get a title for killing that guy? Nope. Still got Kieran Captivator from last night. That would be neat. I have never seen Duke the Capapod before. I don't know what he drops, if he drops anything of any import. Wouldn't surprise me if he's just another notorious monster they added for the hunts, but you never know. Field parchment. I remember those. When you get like random buffs for defeating notorious monsters and stuff. Dang. I only did that once, and I really wasn't impressed with the buff or with the enhancement that I got on the gear that I traded. Like, this is dumb. It's World of Warcraft. They had enchantments that you could put on your gear to improve stats and things of the like. Bored. Guess I'll farm Dynamis. Sold 2 stacks of bronze in 1 hour of putting on the auction house last night. No, I know. I put 3 coins of what you call it, the jade shells. And they had been selling last week at 400k each. Today they were selling at 500k each, so I went ahead and put all 3 of them up at 500k. Went back into Dynamis, farmed for another couple of hours, popped out, and all 3 had sold. My 100 buying bills hadn't sold, so it's neat having money again. Sold 58 Forbidden Touches today for 400k. That's not too bad. I've sold about 100 on Song, but I'm only selling them for 1k a pop, so you didn't make nearly as much money as you did, but turn that back on. But we're moving inventory around 3,000 to 350 or 3,500 my server. Yeah, I just keep mine low. I don't know why. I could probably increase them higher, but it's like about so. I mean, he's got like over 500 on him right now. Probably more than that now. But you know, when people buy them, they tend to get 30 to 50 at a time. So as long as I just keep them logged in the same spot, you know, eventually, you're talking 6,500 each. Nice. We are not finding any more overturned soil, are we? See, if you could do this in West Saruta Baruta, Then you could be looking for the overturned soil at the same time you're looking for harvesting nodes. And be like profit, but oh well. Curiosity, Cyndaquil. Do you have enough for another set? Let's see. Items. We got a Ben 10, we got a Daikoku. We're still missing the one that drops a lot in Ronfar. But was to a Link Shell mate, he asked how much, and I said I don't care. Oh. Oh. That was nice. Especially 6,500 each. If a Link Shell mate asked me, how many, I would just give them to him. I'm like, here, take them. Well, I wouldn't give him more than, you know, 30. He's upgrading a piece of gear. If he's going to turn around and sell it, then I might have a bit of a problem with that. Well, a little bit of a problem. But it's just, I think the time to upgrade relic pieces and make some profit doing it, that's probably, yeah, that was my intent, is just come and gone, you know. I'd be willing to bet that most players that are farming coins in Dynamis just toss the touches afterwards, because, you know, they don't need them. I'd be also willing to bet that there's players that are upgrading gear that they don't even bother getting it up to relic +2 with the enchantment on it. And they just take the base relic gear, trade in a a couple hundred coins with the extra chapters, and bam, done. Starting to start working on 119, you know. It's, but I don't know. I don't have a problem doing it, upgrading it, you know, step by step, saving a little bit of money. Upgrading from 10, was it 105 or 109? I think it's 105. Basically, upgrading up from the 105 piece to the 119 seems to be the really expensive one, because that's where the items needed for upgrade are like over 1 million on my server. Alright, and now let's run this direction. There was another overturned soil. Now I see it. Clickety click click. At least it wasn't a worm this time. Koku, another Kuro Kuju card, and Jurogen seems to be real popular. We're gonna have a whole set of that. We're gonna start working our way back towards Windurst. See if we can get ourselves a another oven. We're still missing one card though. Going for that one. See if I can find another one before he does. First, he just did the no more goodies round here. Me go look somewhere else, which probably means we've gotten them all. Yeah, sure, that's what that means. Head back this way. I haven't started purchasing any silver pieces yet off the auction house. I want to. I know it'll certainly speed up what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's like, you know, the paladin gear that I've got right now isn't all 119. We still need to upgrade the body and the hands and the pants. which will probably set me back another 6 million gil, upgrading those 3 pieces. Which isn't too bad, grand scheme of things. I mean, you can, especially with how much money I'm making right now. I want to get those upgraded up to 119, and then check to see if there's any things I can purchase on the auction house that would be considered an upgrade. And then you can just throw everything into the shield. Oh, within reason. I don't know. I mean, I'd also like to keep a nice 10 million gil buffer on me, just in case, and then anything above that used to purchase more coins with. Or, these are just things that are going on in my head. I really also want to get smithing on my smithing mill up to 100. And that would take some money. That would take a little bit of money to do it quickly. Even not doing it quickly would still take quite a bit of money, because smithing is not very profitable, especially anymore. No, there's actually quite a few crafts I'd like to take up to 100. And I could use the coins that I don't need right now to pay for that, while still continuing just farming my silver pieces. So it's like decisions. You don't need every craft on a mule up to 100 to play this game. I'm just of the mind, you know, it's the old saying, you know, give a man a fish, you can feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he'll eat for a lifetime. Okay, Cynical's got all those. Let's see if that needs any of these. Nope. Alright, and what about you, Song? Treasure? Can have that one. Alright, so we're gonna pass, and then pass. Alright, so that's everything. We're just gonna run back in here now and hop in the next one. Then I'll starve. Well, it's just more of a saying. It's you know, it's what happens if you don't like fish. Yeah, but we're Mithra, so Mithras love fish. They don't even need it cooked. Follow. And there was another MMO, a martial arts one. I don't remember the name of it right now, and I apologize for that. There's a Moogle. The idea was, I think, what was the idea behind that one? You had to actually continue feeding your avatar, or they would starve to death. My father hates fish. If you were hungry enough, and it was all that there was to eat, we'd probably eat it. I don't think we have enough for the Windurst Moogle. Let's see. Ibisu, Hote, Benton, Daikoku, Jirojin. Yeah, we need a Bushinin. So let's go to Ronfar. Get Dent there first, since the Xbox loads the slowest. We'll do travel to another home point. We'll do current region. No, not current region, silly. We want Pandoria and Southern by the entrance. Same thing with you. We'll never level fishing. It's probably the most difficult one. Well, no. I take that back. It's probably the easiest one to level, as long as you have patience for it. Because you really don't need money to level it. You need a little bit of starting money. You need your first rod. You need some bait. And then a little bit of a figuring stuff out as to where to go. But once that's done, it's easy. I like fish, just not leveling it. What I was doing yesterday, when I was leveling up a polearm for a little bit on this one computer over here, and that was just auto-attacking something with a level 1 item that couldn't do any damage to it. Well, on this other computer, or on the Xbox, I had Dent, and it is the easiest to level it, but it is the most time-consuming. Yeah, I agree. I think it probably is the most time-consuming of all the crafts. And it really does take quite a while to actually get decent skill with it where it becomes profitable. Although, theoretically, you could probably, if you have no intention whatsoever going after the Liu Shang's rod, then you could sell Moat Carp on the auction house. And it wouldn't be great money. Not great at all. But starting out, it would help out. I think they sell for like 5k a stack, and there was a time when 35k every day would add up after a while. Oh, those days are still with us. 35k a day would add up after a while. Unfortunately, there are easier ways to make money in the game now, even at lower levels. Just even doing sparks and trading in sparks for high-level gear. I think you can do like what? 1,000 sparks will get you a shield. You can trade that shield in for like 17k gil. Numbers may be off on that. It's not how I make my money, but thing is, if you sell Moat Carps, they will sell without fail. Yes. Yes, they will. Back in, was it 2005, when the economy was super inflated, and it was just money, money, money everywhere. Moat Carps were going for over 20k a stack. And it was really hard back then not selling all the Moat Carps that I fished up every day. I sold some. You know, it's just like, you can't pass that up. You know, just put a couple stacks of moats on the auction house to make some money, and then trade the rest in towards the Liu Shang's rod. We were really lucky before in this little area finding overturned soil. Not the case right now, is it? Okay, we'll try another spot. But I'll be honest, the reason I want to level all my crafts to 100 on all Dentral's mules, and you're gonna have to take quite a few subcrafts to 60 as well, and probably might as well just get it up to 110. I want to make my own cursed gear and try to get my own high quality +1 cursed gear, so that I can use all these abjurations that I'm basically tossing because I don't have space for them all, and then turn it into gear to stick on a porter Moogle and never wear. That maybe, you know, on the off chance that, just to say that I have it. It's a silly and almost dumb reason for leveling a craft to 100. It's easier to purchase mats and ask someone to synth it for you, because there's enough players out there that have gotten their skills up to 110. But I just want to be one of those players. Say that I did it. But that should be more long-term goal. I don't think I should necessarily focus on that just yet. It'd be more one of those when you're actually looking or stuff to do in FF11. What haven't you done yet? Well, you haven't gotten smithing to 110. Well, let's focus on that. Oh, there's a goblin rider. Let's see if we can find another overturned soil before. Don't go towards it. Keep going. Yeah, that's a good goblin. I can't believe they see anything in the daylight. Click. God dang it! Really? One of these days, I'm gonna sub white mage and start casting erase on myself. But all right, there's an overturned soil dent. Okay, dent. He's having trouble, so if we can get Song over there in time. Having a grand old time in Monstrosity. 2 wayward worms? Really? Well, he doesn't even have dancer subs, so no wonder why these goblins left it alone. Alright, Song. No longer bound. That's convenient. Alright. Let's work towards Nightwell and see if we can get some more. Fishing was my first craft that I went after. I think a lot of monks back in the day, fishing was their thing. I'm not... It's Commander Denali! Happy New Year's and happy Friday. A lot of the monks I talked to, they all seemed to fish. It was just a thing. I don't know if it was a monk thing. You know, I mean, monks weren't really good at farming stuff because we didn't have an easy ranged attack to pull stuff. We would have to sub warrior for provoke for a very quick pull, but then you wouldn't be able to sub a thief for treasure hunter. Woo, Friday. Let's see. Let's try south first. We can come back up on the north side. Before we were really lucky in Ronfar finding the overturned soils. Not so much right now. Oh, and when I logged into Steam earlier today, they've got Final Fantasy XI on sale for like 20 bucks, and I think it's all the expansions. And I was tempted to click onto it because the Final Fantasy XI version I have isn't recognized by Steam, so I don't get all the news updates and that kind of thing, and that's a silly reason to spend 20 real life dollars so that, you know, you can get the Steam updates. Unless I wanted to start a 4th account, which I don't. The missus would throttle me something silly if I started doing that. But 3 characters is too many, especially with being able to do trust NPCs now. Run north. Actually, let's just come back to Nightwell and work our way. I can't believe the only 2 that we found so far were both worms. Oh, that was a stone monument. Okay, for a second there I thought, ooh, found one, but no. That's for the old whatchamacallit quest. Selbina Stone Monument quest. It used to be how you get a map for Crawler's Nest. But I would imagine that's still a quest reward if you don't already have the Crawler's Nest map. Oh, that's weird. Either this is new, or I knew about it and I forgot about it, or I just never noticed it before, but there is a little thing that says Nightwell. And there's nothing out of the ordinary here. It's got to be part of some quest or something. It's gonna bug me though. I'm gonna look it up. See if there's anything that actually talks about that. Anighttwell. Nightwell. Because I know that's the name of the little pawn. Involved in quest, beans ahoy, dismayed customers with a lake salt. Event monsters. Nope. Didn't say anything. Figure that out somehow. Or who knows, maybe it's just a little locator thingy so that, in case you didn't know, that the little... Is it a lake or is it a pond? I don't think it's big enough to be considered a lake. I don't consider it big enough or deep enough to be a lake. I'll always call it a pond. But it does show up on the map, and they do name it on the map, so that would be a silly reason to actually come up with a locator for it. There's an overturned soil. Okay. Goblins. Don't see any goblins. So don't be a worm. Oh my... Ugh. Seriously. And let me guess, we didn't kill it, so we probably can't do erase on ourselves. But we can. Yay for that. I'm gonna kill this goblin real quick here, just so I can get some more TP in case that happens again. Song is no longer bound. Central's no longer bound. Alright, that's 3 worms in a row. We haven't been that unlucky quite a while. Alright, there's 3 trading cards. Bishamon is the one that you want. I think you already have that. I think you already have that. So, not worried. Find another one. There was one over here last time. Not seeing it though. Usually there's 3, I think, all in the same area. Maybe more. So we found 2. Maybe not. What are the event rewards for the overturned soil quest, and can't you see Whiteskin to find it? If you can, I haven't found them yet. I did look earlier and I didn't see anything. You trade the cards into a Moogle and you get ovens for your Mog house. We've already gotten 2 of the ovens. There they are. The Poel Classique, which is a Sandorian one, and then the Cannon Offen, which is the Bastalk one. And watch that goblin go right towards it. And can't see them by a white scan, because that would be too simple. They don't even have little shinies to give you an idea where they are on the ground. There's an overturned soil. Probably be a goblin right on top of it when I get there. I don't even think you can do like a macro to target overturned soil. That would make it easier too. Instead, I'm just spamming the tab key. I'm gonna break my keyboard before this stream is over. Wait, there's overturned soil next to an orc. Better not be a worm. Alright. So hopefully this will be all of the Bishamon cards that we need. There's 1, 2, 3. Alright. What we're trying to do right now, I think, is we probably already have enough. But once this card drops into our inventory, we're going to run back to Windurst, trade the 3 cards in, and get ourselves a Windurst oven. And then I want to see what will happen if I get all 7 cards and then trade all 7 to a Moogle. See if they give me anything. And I will be a bit disappointed if they don't. Well, just a bit disappointed. The 2015 event doesn't have a wiki page to it. Or, sorry, the 2016 event, yeah. I made that mistake already. Doesn't have a Wikipedia guide for it yet. It'll probably take a couple of days for one to pop up. If I knew how to edit it myself, I might start with one, but I don't know how to do that kind of thing, so oh well. Yeah. We're just heading back towards North Sandy. I'm also curious if you were to trade the same 3 items to a Moogle, say in Sandy, after you've already gotten the Sandy oven, would they automatically give you another nation's oven, or would they just give you something like, you know, here's some fireworks, Happy New Year's? I wouldn't want to. I mean, it's not terribly difficult to get these cards. It's just time consuming. Requires patience. That's what I will say. And Gentral's controller is in need of a recharge. Treasure. Cast, 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 cast. Actually, pass. Cast, cast, cast. Pass. And pass. Alright, Cynical got her card. Everyone else has already gotten a Gorokoji. Let's see if I can get one for Song. Daikoku? Nope. Benton, you should already have. Yep. So let's get Dentral to pass on Fisherman. And we'll cast a lot on this one. Ooh, there we go. We're good. If you get a second set of 3 cards for each nation, you get costume belts. And you put a little ... ellipse after that, which means Lanos Rep does not approve. What kind of costumes? I'm kind of tempted to find out. But let's get our Windurst oven first. If you get all 7 in each nation, you get teleport medals. Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of lame. We already have the teleport medals. Worm, Rabbit, and Mandy. The Rabbit is good. The Mandy's okay. The Worm is just creepy because I'm trying to remember. I don't think the Worm can move around. I think you're just stuck. That's good to know. Thank you, Lanos. Let's do Windurst. And we'll do Windurst Woods. No. Yeah, Windurst Woods. Do by the entrance. Yes, please. You think you would get something truly, truly, truly epic trading in all 7. Yeah, oh well. I mean, the teleport medals come in handy, as they would have been much cooler back in the day. Before we had our home point crystals and outpost warping. The closest you get to Bastok would be North Gustaberg. Let's see. That's up here, isn't it? Nope, it was down here. There's a Benton card, a Daikoku card, and a Bishamon card. And we got our pot topper. Alright, so now we're going to run into a Mog house. Set up some ovens. Travel to another home point. Current region. Never mind. Sandoria is what you wanted. Port Sandy. By the Mog house. Yes, please. If you look up the New Year's Guide for 2015 and go down almost to the bottom of the walkthrough, you will find the info. Since I didn't do 2015, they wouldn't assume that they would have just copy-pasted it from last year. Did 2014. I don't think they had these cards. 2014. We need to be doing soon is spending our login points too. All the characters should have a close to about 4,000 that they'll be able to get. Alright, let's turn our stuff on first. What do we want? First off, I already forgot. Let's go config. Gameplay. Put this back on to about midway. Like that. Take out the... You can also find at the bottom of the guide the 2015 Starlight Festival. That's neat. Let us take out this bed because it takes up a lot of space and we still haven't figured out why we haven't gotten it yet. I don't have a free wall that I can put these on, do I? Well, that's a spot right there. Here. Rearrange. Stick this dude in a corner. That should be enough space. Let's see. You put in a mug safe though. So we got ourselves. Where did the ovens go? Here we go. This is the sandy one. And the Bestock one. And finally the pot topper. So, Mog house. Layout. Watch them be huge. And we won't have enough space. Layout. Mog safe number 2. Oh good, they're not that big. Oh, I see how that goes. One there. Layout, Mog safe number 2, the Cannon Fodden. Mog safe 2, the Pot Topper. Yeah. Okay, that's probably not the best spot for them. I'll probably spread them out. But they got little shinies that come out, at least the Sandy and Bestock one. I guess Winders has the shiny inside. If I can actually get in front of it. Yeah. But not as impressed with the Winders one. Sometimes Winders is really, really cool, and sometimes it's not so much. I kind of like the Sandorian one just a little bit more because it's got all the little nice engravings along the side of it. Bestock is Bestockish, so yeah. So that's done. Let us... There we go. Oh yeah, and in case y'all didn't see it earlier, this is the Kate Sith little statuette that you can get for trading Pamamas to the monkeys that are running around all the conquest areas, so neat stuff goes on there. Probably gonna need to take all the holiday stuff out now that it's technically January. Ooh. Select an area to exit to. We'll do Northern Sandoria, and now we're gonna be able to trade in that Aki Omi item. Thanks to Lenos Rep, we now know what to do with it. We're doing on time. Oh, where does the time go? It's already after 11. Let's see. So, click the Odyssean Passage. And we're going to do Take Me Now. This will take off all your buffs, including Signet. It will also eject you from a party. And, yeah. Mopapa Mace. That just dropped for you? And if so, congratulations. I think I've gotten like 2 of those. That's what I use to level my club skill. Alright, so here it is. Under status, you have customization, which is not the same as equipment. So, species. Change it to Mandragora. Please note that your experience points will be reset upon performing this action. Proceed? Sure, why not? XP is easy to get. Alright, so now that we got that, I believe we trade the Akiomi Spirit to this dude. Ah, the one Akiomi Spirit for which I asked. Very well then. You may now possess a new species. And it automatically changed it to that. So, that's kind of cool. Customization, let's see if it stays in there. Species. Okay. There's 2 rabbits. I don't know what the difference between the 2 is. Just trade to the other. See what it does. Oh, that one's dark. Okay. So, last time, let's change to Mandragora number 2. Let's go rain some havoc in Windurst. Let's stalk prey as a manipulator. Let's do Sarita Baruta. Why not Sarita Baruta? And we'll do East, because we like East. PG Wiki Monstrosity species. That's a breakdown and what's required to get new monsters. New tab and save it to the favorites. Open link in a new window. I do have Monstrosity on the something to take care of further down the line. Where are we? Oh, it would put us all the way up in the northern part of the map where we won't be able to kill anything at level 1. I guess I shouldn't have taken off Sneak and Invis. Maybe we can take out a Mandragora that's considered tough. Probably won't even be able to hit it. Let's go get the tiny Mandragoras. Those will be considered a decent challenge at level 1. And hopefully we won't get a bunch of goblins. Goblin trained to zone. He is kind of cute looking, I'll say that. I was actually surprised that the rabbit that I had was so high. A level 29? I don't remember doing that. And we do have goblin aggro. I saw that dude chasing after me. I don't know if running through the water is a way to lose goblin aggro. I know it works for orcs. Doesn't appear to be working for that particular goblin. Can take on up to very tough. Well, let's give it a try. This one's very tough. Abilities, monster skills. Oh shoot! 100-fisted man. Anytime today, dude. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. No 100 fists this time. We're gonna keep sneaking invis up until we can actually get to a safer part of the map. And I think the Ugoodle will probably get us here too. Now, if I remember correctly, with Monstrosity, it's another form of player versus player, where I think other players can attack you if you're a monster. I don't know if you have to be set up that way, or maybe you just have to flag yourself as a gladiator, I think it is. I'm sure it's on that link that Lenos just put up on there. And I don't know what you get as far as rewards go for defeating other players and that type of deal. But you could always cheat and get Dent and Song to be victims, per se. Alright, this should be getting closer to where we need to be. We're going a little further south. That one's still considered tough. It's the far left dude. Far left dude. Oh, okay. That's probably the one I need to talk to. Yay! 896 experience points. Wow. Surprised I didn't take you up to more than just level 2. Level 3. I'm about to try White Proc. Awesome. Good luck. I think I would only try White Proc if it guaranteed 100 coin every notorious monster that you fought. I'd probably be expecting too much, though. Considered a decent challenge. Waste of time, Leo. Yeah, never know. Just because you and I have terrible luck without sub-jobs doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be the same. And here's a question. Because back in the good old days, when 75 was level cap, when we would go into the Dreamland Dynamuses, we didn't have the option of locking or unlocking sub-jobs. It was, your sub-job was locked, period. And there was nothing you could do about it until you found a triple question mark, if I remember correctly. And that would then unlock everyone's sub-job. And that was always the first thing that we would do, go out and find that triple question mark, unlock it for everybody, and we'd be good to go. White Proc is 100%, 100 piece. White Proc is 1% chance. I see. If you get the White Proc, then you're definitely getting the 100% coin. But you still need to words that are eluding me at the moment. You still need to actually get the White Proc, and it's only a 1%. And even if you were to kill 100 mobs, that's not going to necessarily guarantee that you're going to get a White Proc. So your chance of getting 100 piece train for White Proc is 1 in 1,000. That sounds about right. Well, I learned Scream. Neat. Song and Den are just hanging around and dandy, waiting for me to finish up here. Wonder what level I can get this guy up to. XP certainly took a drop off here. 504 XP there, but we're level 10 now. Technically, we'd be ready for a party in Volcrum Dunes. Did you do that? Get 6 Monstrosity players, and I don't think you can get into the same party with others, though. No, see, it won't let you join a party. But I wonder if it would let you 6 dudes in a Monstrosity take on a single player. That would be fun. Ow. So much XP. Do you get XP this quickly at these lower levels now? Or is it just for Monstrosity? Because... my goodness. This is... Because I think these guys would be, you know, too weak already. I think it's from the event. That would make sense. Even if we were just to kill everything on our way to Juno, what level would we be by the time we got to Juno? 40? Oh, I'm sure the XP will slow down once you get up to 30. That one must have been too weak. We didn't get any XP from it. Be expected from 13. Hello! Ooh, I'm gonna mispronounce your name. It looks like PJJU. I'm just gonna say Piju. And welcome. The Adventure Assistant Campaign. Yeah, that's what it is. This one is definitely going to be too weak. Nope, it was easy prey. Must have been the highest level rabbit in the zone. For 448 XP. Most people that watch tend to miss it. We are Mandragora. Attacking Saruta Baruta. And we can't get crystals or conquest points or anything like that. I'll probably get to level 15 at this rate. Just can't get into 14. I haven't played 14 since the 1.0 days, or alpha, if you want to call it that. And we'll just focus on goblins. Ooh, I wonder if that's... I'm sure that's not the same goblin that got us earlier. It would have despawned after it killed us. But we can pretend it's the same one. Payback. From what everyone's telling me about 14, I think I will have fun leveling one job to max level. And then I'll be like, we can do it again, but... So maybe we'll do that someday. Actually went back to FF11 watching Dente. There's still so much to do in 11. Whether or not everything there is to do in 11 right now one could consider fun or fulfilling, you know, that's up to you. I'm still having fun. I came back the last time just to get some more Xbox achievements, and then shortly after that they announced that they were going to discontinue support for the 360 and the PlayStation 2, so I was like, well, let's get those achievements done. We got that done back in October. And so that should have been it as far as everything that I wanted to do in 11. Like, alright, time to go into a new game. Get some more achievements on the Xbox. And I did try playing a little bit of FF13 to get some more achievements, but, oh god. I was just... every new chapter that I went into was like, oh no, not this zone, or this part of the game. I hated this part. And realizing that, I was saying that for every single part of the game. And it's like, well, if you hate every part of it, turn it off. So we did. I've gone back so many times. Yeah, I've come back at least a dozen times. If I can make it through February, then it will be a 1-year anniversary of the last time that I came back. I can't say that I've logged in every single day since then, because I haven't, but it's the only game you stream. Yeah, this is the only one that I'm streaming right now. I've done a little bit of 13, just a few episodes. I've also streamed a little Star Trek Online, and I want to say I streamed some of Zone of the Enders when I was trying to get 100% playthrough on that. Hey, looks overturned soil. Nobody really seemed interested in Konami games. Not a single person ever showed up in the stream for Zone of the Enders, and not too many people were interested in FF13 either. Can't say I blame them, but 11 is, I think, what I can safely say I do 99% of the time. So, happy day there. Alright, we're gonna stop killing mobs, because we got level 15, and I don't think there's gonna be anything else here that's gonna give us experience points. We went from 1 to 15 in, oh, what would that be? 10, 15 minutes? So it's about 1 level every minute. Not bad. Especially for a casual game that FF11 has become. Let's see how well we do in Thurungi Canyon. Let's see if it even lets me enter Thurungi without losing Monstrosity. FF11 is very popular compared to the others you have streamed. This is true. My only wish is that I could continue getting achievement points. But, oh well. Followed. Have a good night. Going back to bed. Nice to meet you. Happy New Year, Piju. Let me know if I'm saying your name right, too. I want to put an I between the P and the J, but, you know, I'm probably just doing it wrong. We are going to hit Thurungi. It's been a while since we did Thurungi Canyon. Thurungi was my... Oh, it won't let me... Dang it. Oh well. So abilities, monster abilities, we are looking for Relinquish. That'll kick us out. Piju! Thank you. Alright. Fun times. So we got level 15. That's not too bad. We got our 3 cooking ovens. Yep. Well, they're not cooking ovens, they're just ovens to keep the place warm. If I had the kitchen brick thingy, which you can get really easily with login points, it would just take 3 months. Then that would be really neat for the Mog House. You get all these ovens and bricks and piping and all that fun stuff. And now that I said that, I might actually go and pick that up on Dentrol's Cooking Mule Mini Den. I'm thinking about actually picking up the oven pieces for him. Kind of seems like a waste of points, but not so sure. I don't want to take down the holiday items just yet. I mean, I know I need to. I really, really, really need to, but... Well, you don't need to. You're not going to get anything with them anymore, but... There's just nothing else to put up. I mean, technically, these little guys, it's part of the New Year's event, and I don't think there's any furniture pieces considered for the... excuse me. What do you call it? Valentine's Day, which will probably be the next event coming up. But maybe some redecorations are in order. You know, you don't want to keep Christmas stuff up till Halloween, which will be the next time we probably get furnishings. Put the sakura tree back out. Let's see, do I have anything on the second floor? Change floors. Probably nothing decent. I mean, this is kind of barren. Yeah. Mog house, layout. Layout again, mog safe. I have a bathtub in the middle of the room. My alchemy mule, she got something neat. It was a flower pot vase from the flowers that you find in Relude Gardens. So she's got that now. That one there. Big cherry tree. Just stick this right there in the middle of the room because you can stick stuff in the middle of the room on the second floor. Star globe. Stick you there. That's as good a spot as any. Fish statue. Stick that there, and that might be facing forward. And the royal bed. See how bad this looks. Yeah, this is like bad. There's just no movement to it whatsoever. Doesn't help that there's a bathtub in the middle, but stick this here. Let's move the tree. Rearrange. Before I would just keep the tree. See, technically you can actually put the tree in the corner like that and just have the branches sticking out, and that's not too bad. It's not too great. Your mog house looks like a hoarder that is just getting started. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Select an area to exit to. We'll just go to North Sandy and wahaha. You should see some of Dent's mules. Oh my goodness. It makes my second floor look, you know, pristine, but... Oh yeah, the shield that we've had equipped tonight is stage 4. Yeah, the Enseal Dynamis Augment Shield Bash. I don't think it's going to be as awesome in Dynamis, but... Hordor. Yeah, we don't like throwing stuff away. But, I know. We've got 15 minutes left. Let's see if we can get to level 30. That was kind of fun. Take me now. And we'll go to Tarangi Canyon. I don't think you can get up to level 30 in Tarangi. That might be pushing it. Probably pushing it. There it is. You can easily get up to 20 though. We'll do Stock Prey as a manipulator. I think it's not Surge Baruch anymore. It's probably Kolshushu. And yeah, let's do Booberimu. It'll be a little bit difficult there, but only for a little while. Mine is worse. I think I found a secret pile everything in the corner button and I cannot deactivate it. Now where are we? Okay. This is over by Mahara. Nope, nope, nope. I know where we are. Won't take long. We're gonna go to the little area that has a bunch of Mandragoras. Hey, look, a monkey. All by its lonesome. It used to be, back when I was soloing all my characters from, I think, level... I I think I came here around 16, maybe level 18. Whatever level that you stopped getting XP on Doll Mills and Tarongi Canyon, I would come out here and just fight the Mandragoras for the cotton that they would drop. I think it was, yeah, Surutaburu to cotton. And we would farm in this little area in the southwest corner. Doesn't have a name. Is it just me, or are you super fast when you're in Monstrosity? We are super fast in Monstrosity. You are waiting to spawn, as these are a manipulator or gladiator and therefore cannot attack. I guess it's to help you get to where you need to go quickly. But yeah. As soon as we take it off, I think we'll slow down quite a bit. Yeah. Definitely slow down quite a bit. Must be careful. There is a notorious monster that spawns here. Also a Mandragora. And I think even at level 20 something, it can kick your butt. This one's tough. Well, is 100 Fist back up? Nope. Another 40 minutes on that. Let's go hit dodge. Not worried about that. Okay, maybe I should have gone to Tarongi. Yeah, it'll only be the first one that's difficult, and we'll get a ton of XP. Assuming it doesn't kill us. I am slightly in the lead. And I'll probably actually enjoy Mandragora since it is a monk. When in Mon form, your speed is 100 to 175% normal speed depending on the Mon, while in stealth buff. You get a flee effect as well and sneak it in biz. That way the players can't run away from you. Alright, you're going to use Scream, but I'm going to use Wild Oats. I hit the microphone. Sorry. Oh, and now we probably got Goblin aggro, because that's a thing. But definitely Wild Oats was a good thing to hit on that. Of course, now we can't kill it. What's that? You get 1,792 experience points, but you don't level up? Really? Look at that. 35 XP to level. Alright, Wild Oats on this one. Knock down its vitality so I can do some more damage to it. But I'm a little bit worried because this one's also tough. I don't know if vitality down stacks. It might. He seems to have taken a serious amount of damage here. Oh no, not bomb toss. Maybe he'll drop it. Nope. You would think a fiery explosion would be super effective on somebody made out of grass. I would think that. Hurry up and die. We need to level up. There we go. Ta-da! Alright, this one hopefully won't take as long. Get away from this goblin. Go ahead and get Wild Oats on it. Just your Pokemon instincts at play. Common sense. Yes. That is all it is. I wonder if you can check parameter on yourself. Check. Param me. No. Or maybe it's just slash param. I don't know. This one's almost dead. Probably won't give us a level up though. No, it did. Level 17. Now these will get easier. Theoretically. In 8 minutes? I don't think we're gonna be able to get well, definitely not getting up to level 30. But maybe level 20. I don't think Mandragoras should be forced to fight other Mandragoras, especially when they have the same attack speed. Headbutt. I want to learn Headbutt. It would be spamming Headbutt like nobody's business. There's another one. Ability. Wild Oats. It's not under monster abilities. No, it's just dodge and boost. I wonder if you can use... Ooh, let's try a macro. Let's put it up right here. We'll call it W Oats. Job ability boost. Me. Wait, one, and then is it considered a weapon skill? I think it would be considered a weapon skill. Or maybe just a magic spell. Beast weakness chart is your friend. This is true. Let's try Wild Oats. Boost. Nope, it's not a weapon skill. See if it's a job ability. Oh, never mind. Trying to remember. Plants are strong against Aquans? It's not a job ability. Must be like a blue mage spell. It's not a blue mage. Really? Abilities, monster skill. Unless I'm spelling it wrong. O-A-T-S. W-I-L-D-O-A-T-S. Let's see. M-S. Monster skill. That makes so much sense. But thank you. Of course, now we're slapped. Not for long. Dun, dun, dun. And I have no idea if boost even increases the damage done by Wild Oats. Maybe. That did 96 points of damage there, so... Since I'm going to be spamming that... Wait. 3. Drop ability, dodge. Me. That way we can keep dodge up. There you go. No foot kick for you. You're probably still too difficult for us, so we'll come back to you. Dun, 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 dun. 4 minutes left. Alright, that's it for me tonight, runners. Alright, take care, and I will try to stream tomorrow. Do you have a rough idea what time you're going to start, or don't know if I will have voice chat or not? It's okay. I'll try not to keep you too busy with of course, the missus might have plans for me tomorrow night too. You mentioned wanting to drive out of town to visit the in-laws, so... But I will do my best to make an appearance and cheer you on. I'll catch you next time. In fact, as we get level 20, we'll probably be calling it a night here. There's level 20. Let's get 21. Unable to use job ability, which means we need a longer wait time. Not that long. 36 seconds. That should be good. Well, I knew that goblin was eyeing us funny. It's Kenny! I do probably be around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so around noontime. Thank you, Lenos. I'll give you a rough idea. And hello, Kenny. Happy Friday. Actually, I guess it's getting ready to technically be Saturday in some spots. Looks good. Getting that done. I think this guy will definitely get us level 21. Maybe not. Oh, we might need to kill a second one of these. We do have photosynthesis now. Grants the effect of regen. When used during daytime. Oh, so if you use photosynthesis at nighttime, it'll have no effect. That makes so much sense, too. Alright, one more. Unfortunately, we don't have time for 100 Fist yet, but that would be neat. Abilities, monster skills, I want screen. We'll use Relinquish after this fight. Well, yeah, we'll get 21. That'll be good. Oh, that's just silly. I think I might even drag the fight out some, but... Oh well. Level 21. Not too bad. We'll go ahead and hit Relinquish. Can't run or anything when you got Relinquish going on, so... good to know. We're headed back to, the Ferritory, or Ferritory, or however Square Enix intended us to pronounce that. Really don't know how. So I think we got everything done tonight that we pretty much wanted. Let me just go down my list real quick here, just to be sure. Commander Denali, you have a good evening. I will be back on Monday. We're gonna do a quick, deal with the, was it New Year's Trust alter ego thing. That'll probably take 15 minutes at the very most. And then we're gonna jump back into Abysia and get some procs going. So, yep, we did the thing with the monkeys, and we got ourselves a new statue. That's good. We got the Aki Omi spirit, which is what we were just fighting. We got the things for the Mog House, which are the 3 potted bamboo plants and the 3 ovens. And I think that's it. I'll check, the Cyclopedia to see if there's any additional stuff that they're going to be adding, or that they've already added and I just don't know about yet, but I think we've got just about everything there is, so I'm not going to worry anymore about getting it for Cyndaquil. I mean, she got the ovens, that was all I really wanted. What we're going to do with them, who knows. Keep the Mog House warm. Nice and toasty smelling. But until Monday, y'all have a safe weekend. I'll do some Dynamis farming over the weekend, and I don't know, maybe get Dense Armor looking a little bit better. Probably upgrade my Paladin set just a little bit more too. At least one more piece. And yeah, I'll catch you all Monday. Have a